Good morning, I'm Miguel Guillen. It's Friday, November 11th, and you're watching Agri News.
And I'm Jaden Bowers. Thanks for tuning in. Today is also Veterans Day, which is a federal holiday celebrated every 11th of November.
For more on Veterans Day, we got Agri News correspondent Maddox Williams.
Thank you, Miguel and Jane. What is Veterans Day? Before we get into that, let's start with what a veteran actually is. A veteran is any person who has served for any length of time in any branch of the military, like the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, or Coast Guard. Veterans Day is observed every year on November 11th. It's a time we set aside to celebrate and honor all living military veterans. However, it wasn't always called Veterans Day, and there is a very good reason it's held on November 11th. Originally called Armistice Day, the holiday was established to honor Americans who had served in World War I. The reason it is celebrated on November 11th is because that is the day when World War I ended in 1918. In 1954, Dwight Eisenhower signed a legislation changing the name to Veterans Day in order to honor all American veterans, not just those from World War I. Today, as students and young Americans, we honor the brave men and women who have put on the uniform to protect and defend our nation. It is because of them and the sacrifices they have made that we enjoy the freedom we so often take for granted. Reporting from Nightly News, I'm Maddox Williams.
Thank you for bringing us that awesome segment, Maddox.
This has been a historic week, to say the least. With the 2016 election now behind us, we got an Agri News correspondent, Isaiah Rocha, for a recap.
Although Hillary Clinton won the vote in MLCPA's mock election with the 73% and won in Harris County with the 54%, she failed to shatter the hardest glass ceiling to become the first woman to serve as our president. And a complete shock to many here at MLCPA, including this guy, Trump was elected as the 45th president of the United States on Tuesday. Trump was able to pick up 2 states that the polls and pundits believe were solidly behind Clinton, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. These wins erase any chance Clinton had at winning. Because I know many of y'all are disappointed with these results, I will leave you with this quote from Mr. Dale Carnegie. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Isaiah Rocha.
Thanks for that recap, Isaiah.
For breaking news and announcements, we go to Nightly News reporters Nathan Vidals and Bryson Yarbrough.
Thanks, Jaden. Here's what's coming up at MLCPA. Report cards are coming home today. You'll get them in your 8th period class.
Thanksgiving is just around the corner. MLCPA will be closed 23rd through 25th to observe the holiday.
Next Wednesday, November 16th, is an early release day. That means we get to leave school at 1 p.m.
The annual Thanksgiving food drive is taking place from November 16th to the 20th. 6th graders should bring canned green beans, 7th graders should bring canned yams or sweet potatoes, 8th graders should bring a box of stuffing mix, 9th and 10th graders should bring instant mashed potatoes, and 11th and 12th graders should bring canned cranberries. This is a great opportunity for us to give back to those less fortunate. All the food we collect will be given to the families in need.
Our middle school UIL team will be competing in HISD's second invitational meet on Saturday, November 19th at the Bakey High School. That's all for the announcements this week. I'm Nathan Vidals, and I'm Bryson Yarbrough. Back to you, Jaden and Miguel.
Thanks, Nathan and Bryson.
Now we turn to our most popular segment, Jokes with Mr. Prince.
Hey, Vicente, how's it going?
Not very good.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's wrong?
Well, see, I broke my leg.
You broke your leg?
Yeah.
You must be having a hard time getting around.
Yeah.
Do you have any crutches?
No.
Do you have a wheelchair?
Mm-mm.
Well, you know what? I think I know someone who can help you out.
Who's that?
Miss Walker!
I don't know about you, Jaden, but Mr. Prince's jokes never get old.
I couldn't agree more, Miguel. Now on to something a little less funny, but it's equally enjoyable. Here's Orion Irving with sports news.
This coming Wednesday, our basketball teams have their first game of the season against Frank Black Middle School. At 3:30 and 4:30, the games are earlier than normal because it's an early release day. Also, the games are at Black, so if you live close or have a ride, support our teams. Do you have school spirit? Are you a sportsman? Can you be loud and obnoxious? Then you need to join Night Squires. Coach Laker is looking for 5 more students to join Night Squires. If you want to join, write Coach Laker a half-page essay on why you'd be a good fit for a Squire Cup team and turn it into him as soon as possible. That's all for sports news. I'm Orion Evans. Back to you, Jaden Miguel.
Thanks for that update, Orion.
Now we go to Onsu with the most delicious news of the week.
Thanks, Miguel. On Monday, the choices are pepperoni pizza, Southwest Chile, and butter jelly sandwich. On Tuesday, you'll have a hard time deciding between turkey and stuffing, chicken nuggets, and spicy chicken salad. On Wednesday, the choices are Asian noodles and egg rolls, chicken quesadillas, and strawberry yogurts. On Thursday, you'll have to pick between burrito, chicken, corn dog, and spicy chicken salad. We'll end up the week on Friday with fish fillet, corn muffin, chicken cordon bleu sandwiches, and butter jelly sandwich. That's the menu for the next week. I'm also reporting for Nightly News. Back to you, Miguel and Jaden.
Thanks, all. I just can't get enough of those butter and jelly sandwiches.
I live for those cheesy fish corn muffin things.
Well, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Miguel Guillen reporting for Nightly News. Thanks for tuning in.
And I'm Jaden Bowers. This Friday is Nightly News.
Hey, Vicente, how are you doing?
Not very well, Mr. Prince.
Oh, that's too bad to hear.
That's all for announcements. Oh my god. Thanks, Jaden. Here's what's coming up in MLCPA. Oh my god.
This coming Wednesday, our basketball teams have their first game of the season against Frank Black Middle School. At school, here. This coming Wednesday, our basketball teams have their first game of the season. This coming Wednesday, our basketball teams have their first game of the season against Frank Black Middle School and at against Frank Black Middle School.
I got 2 L's there. Spanish?
Spanish.
That's what we do.
Thanks for. Oh wait, never mind.
Thank you, Miguel and Jane. What is Veterans Day? Before we get into that, let's start what Veterans Day actually is. Darn it!
It's alright. You don't make it better than that. Are you sure you're not ready to use that?
Let's go.
Alright, I think he's ready. Power up.
No.
Alright, do it one more time.
Stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high.